Hello you two, happy Tuesday. Mr. Anna here again for English. So we're going to be doing a bit more on our letter writing today. Hope you're keeping well, hope you're all safe and sound at home. So today is the day where we're planning our letter. We're going to plan what we're going to include, the ideas that we're going to include. We're not going to write it in full sentences, we're going to do that tomorrow, but today is just an opportunity to think about what we're going to include, what we're going to write, note it down so we don't forget, and then on tomorrow we can put it into a full letter ready for your new class teacher to have a look at. So make sure you've got everything you need, make sure you're nice and comfy as well, and we'll have a look at what we can do to plan our letter.
Okay, so we're going to have a look at planning our letter. So we're going to think about who we're writing to and who the letter's from. We're going to think about the ideas today that we're going to include in our letter as well. So hopefully you have got a planning sheet underneath this video which you can download. You can print it out and write on it. You can type in it on Microsoft Word if you want to, or you might just want to write your notes on your piece of paper instead. It's entirely up to you. But today is going to be all about planning our letter, so tomorrow we've got all of those ideas ready to go. So if you haven't already, make sure you've got a piece of paper or that sheet in front of you, whether it's on the computer or on a desk or something in front of you. But before we do our planning, we're going to have a look at some conjunctions. These are things that you might be able to use in your letter. So conjunctions are words that join sentences together or add more information to a sentence. So we're going to see which conjunctions fit each sentence. These are ones that you might use in your letter tomorrow. I have a brother, his name is Tom. Let's try using a conjunction to fit in the gap and see which one works. I have a brother, but his name is Tom. Does that make sense? No, not really. That doesn't really make sense, does it? Let's try the next one. And I have a brother and his name is Tom. That makes more sense. So you guys are going to have a go at choosing the conjunctions that best fit the sentences. So what I'll do, I'll read out each sentence and then you can decide afterwards, once I've read them all out, you can decide which conjunctions will best fit. So you can write them down if you want to, or you can just do it in your head. It's entirely up to you. So let's have a look at the next sentences. So the second sentence says, I'm good at dancing. I'm good at dancing. I practice every day. Let's have a look at the next sentence. I like to paint pictures. I need a bit more practice. I really like animated films. I really like Disney. I'd like to be a teacher. I grow up. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is pause the video, have a look, and see which conjunctions would best fill the gap. You can write them down if you want to, but you don't have to. But pause the video, which conjunctions would best fill the gaps, then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to do that. So how did you do? I'm good at dancing because I practice every day. How about the third one? I like to paint pictures. I need a bit more practice. I like to paint pictures, but I need a bit more practice. I really like animated films, so I really like Disney. I'd like to be a teacher when I grow up. You might have found some different conjunctions which have made sense, but those are some possible answers that you can come up with. So let's have a look at our planning sheet. So we've got lots of ideas that we can include in our letter tomorrow. First of all, we need to talk about brothers and sisters, who we live with, what we're good at, and our hobbies as well. And further down the sheet there are some other boxes to fill in as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a go at doing this together. I'm going to do mine. I'm going to show you what ideas you could come up with. I'm going to pretend to be somebody else, so some of this information isn't about me, but it's just made up. But this will show you how you can complete or fill in the sheet. So brothers and sisters, this is where you write down how many brothers and sisters you might have. So for example, you might have one brother and one sister. So it's not a full sentence, it's just a short note. And you can add some more information by writing their names. Okay, next section, who I live with. So this is This is where you write who you live with. So for example, you might write my mum, or it might be my mum and dad, or my dad, or my uncle, or somebody else. After that, we're going to think about what we're good at. So trying to think of something that you're good at that you can include in your letter. What I'm good at: running and swimming. Hobbies. So these aren't things that you're necessarily good at, they might be, but these are things that you enjoy doing in your free time. So think about things that you enjoy doing when you've got some free time. What are your hobbies? So for example, if you like building models, you might write building models as one of your hobbies. And then further down the sheet, we have a few more boxes to fill in as well. So our favourite films. So think about, it doesn't have to be one favourite film, it could be more than one. So Brave, comma, as it's going to be a list, Shrek, and The Avengers. So think about which films are your favourite films. What I want to be when I grow up. So think about, what would you want to be when you grow up? Some people might write a teacher. My friends. So write down the names of your friends. Just remember to use a capital letter for each name as well. Favourite subjects. So think about your favourite subjects at school. What are your favourite subjects? So I might write maths, science, and PE. And the last box is other information. So it's any information that you feel you can add about you. So it might be things that you find tricky or need help with. It might be things that you feel your teacher might need to know about you. So for example, I might write, I need help tying my shoelaces. Just so that your class teacher knows what help they need to give you. So we've just got some nice short notes, which now we can come back to tomorrow when we write our letter in full sentences. So now I've got all of these ideas, you might want to finish it there, but if you do feel you need something extra to do, have a think about what message you might like to give your new class teacher. So you can do this on a piece of paper on the back of a sheet, or if you want to type it instead, you can. But think about what you might want to say to your new year 3 teacher. Maybe you might wish them well for their summer break. So you might write, I hope that you have a great summer. Or you might have a different message that you want to give them. You might be looking forward to meeting your new class teacher, so maybe, I can't wait to meet you. But it's up to you what your message is. A message that will make the class teacher feel nice will be a good message to use at the end, just to finish your letter on a nice note. So once you've done that, you have your plan ready to go. Make sure you keep hold of your plan so you can save it on the computer or keep your piece of paper nice and safe, because you are going to need it for tomorrow when you write your letter in full. So look after it, keep it safe for tomorrow.
There we have it. So hopefully by the end of this lesson, you will have a nice solid plan of what you're going to do tomorrow when you write your letter. So you've got all those notes nice and clearly ready to write it in full sentences. So until then, until tomorrow, I'm going to say enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure that you get plenty of rest as well. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we write our letter. Take care for now, year 2. See you soon. Bye.